So what my husband and I do to spice things up, and I'm curious if any of you do this too, is he and I, we like to make up scenarios. And then we ask each other, would you stay with me in that scenario? Yeah, do it. Everybody do it with your significant other. If you're not, it's the hottest way to get into a fight. I cannot recommend it enough. Like one time my husband asked me, would I stay with him if he realized he was trans? And my immediate answer was yes, of course, which surprised him. So I had to explain, first, he's more than just a body to me, right? He's a whole human being. I love him for who he is. Divorce is expensive. And second, I had to explain to him that my least favorite thing about him is that he's a man. Like, he has great qualities, but I've never been psyched that he was a dude. Do you know what I mean? Okay, I can feel some of you pulling away. I feel it. I get it. I think there's this really boring debate happening right now in this country where people have gotten really obsessed over these definitions of how do you define a man or how do you define a woman. And the reason I find it so boring is I think it's okay that we all have different definitions, right? That's fine. If you define a man as somebody who has a penis, I honestly think that's fine. It's just not how I define a man, right? I define a man as somebody who does something where then you're like, hey, why would you ever think to do that? Like, what was the thought process behind the action you just took? An example, you ask? Sure. You got it. Last week, our dog threw up on the carpet, and then my husband cleaned it up using a dustpan and brush. That's the most man thing I've ever seen in my life. Ever seen it. Okay, here's how I know it's something only a man would do, is I can see you guys. And when I said that, I saw what happened, which was a lot of women looked back at me like, ew, gross, I can't believe he did that. And a lot of men looked back at me like, I don't get it. I don't know what he was supposed to use, I'm gonna be honest. Paper towels. It's fine. The first time my husband ever heard me tell that story on stage, he got so defensive. Because he was like, that wasn't last week. I love my husband. I'm pro-husband. My husband is he's older than I am too. You know, like it's not nasty. Like the way I said it, it came off. It's not that bad, right? He's older than I am, but you wouldn't look at us together and be like, oh, she doesn't talk to her dad. Like, it's not that bad. Our age gap, when we met, he was 34 and I was 25, which I honestly didn't think anything of at the time, but on my 34th birthday, I distinctly remember blowing out my candles, looking up at him, and realizing, oh, you creep. What was he doing with me? That's so gross. Because would I date a 25-year-old guy now at this point in my life? Absolutely not. So gross. I think it's because 25-year-old guys are bad at everything. Like, I'm sure you have, like, life skills or whatever, but, like, sexually, they're bad at everything, right? There's not a single 25-year-old guy who's, like, good at eating pussy. They're all so bad at it. 25-year-old guys are so bad at eating pussy. They are. And if you're 25 and you're in here and you're like, I'm the exception, there are zero exceptions. You know why? It's not their fault. It's not at all their fault. It's because it's not an experience thing. It's an attitude thing. Right? 25-year-old guys, when they go down on a lady, they're doing it to check it off a list and then be like, I'm a feminist. And that's great. But the reason it gets so much better when men get older, like when they get to be in their 40s and up, the reason it's so much better is because those guys, they're eating pussy so that they don't die alone. And that is so much better. Truly, they're eating pussy with fear and terror. And that is what makes me come. If I see the whites of your eyes, it's over. You know what I mean? Thanks. That's the woo of a sated older lady. That's interesting. My husband and I, we've been talking about having kids a lot lately, which is so wild to think that I'm old enough to do that. Not only am I old enough to have kids, I'm running out of time. I'm at the age where I keep getting asked if I'm going to freeze my eggs, and I keep having to explain that I can barely afford eggs. Right, my husband and I, we don't have kids right now, or a dustpan and brush anymore because we had to throw it away, but I have to say, this is so embarrassing to admit, but a big thing that's stopping me from having kids is I don't want to have a boy. And you're not supposed to say that. I'm well aware. When somebody asks you, what do you want to have, boy or girl? You're supposed to say, I don't care, as long as they're healthy. But I've given it a lot of thought, and I would rather have a sick girl. Would fully rather have a frail, sickly daughter than a strong, healthy son. I'm not trying to be insensitive. It's not that I hate men, right? I don't hate men at all. I know I give off that vibe because I have a few jokes about it and a nose ring, but I don't hate men. The reason I don't want to have a boy, one, is because I don't know what, like, boy issues are. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know where that's coming from. I know where girl issues are coming from. I understand it's society, but I don't know what boy issues. And I know men have issues because I've read the comments they leave on my videos.
Now, I don't know if anybody here has ever lived in a studio apartment before, but when you're young and single, that's banging. It's convenient. Like, you'll be in your living room watching TV. You're like, you know what? I'm tired. I want to go lay down in the bedroom. Boom, already there. Convenient when you're young and single. However, studio apartment living when you're married isn't real conducive to staying married. Because you have no personal space. Like at our old house, if we got on each other's nerves, he goes to this room, I go to that room, we cool off, we're fine. Now in a studio apartment, if we get in an argument, when we're done arguing, we just gotta keep looking at each other's stupid faces. You know how hard that is? That is challenging. That should be a TikTok challenge, do that one. And my husband's good looking. Typically, he's really fun to look at. But if we have been arguing, I will make all his pretty features real ugly real quick. I'll be like, you know what? You see how your teeth are perfectly straight and you don't need a retainer? That's annoying. And like, we get it. You have perfect bone structure. Honestly, you have no character in your face. Get a scar. If we get into an argument, my husband doesn't want to call it an argument. He wants to call it a talkament. Just the fact that he wants to call it a talkament, to me, now we're in a full-blown argument. He wants to call it a talkament because he wants to talk it out. Let's get to the bottom of it. Let's get to the root of the problem. And when my husband talks it out, he likes to talk in circles. Circles are his favorite shape. He likes to say the same thing he just said, but a little bit differently. Because he's talking it out. And when my husband talks it out, he likes to ask a lot of questions. Questions. He thinks he's being inquisitive. I think that I'm on the stand and I need to defend myself in a court of law. Questions. Yeah, I know you said that, but why? No, I know that's what you said, but why? I don't know why. Yes, you do. Objection, badgering a witness. He's like, overruled, but why? No, I know that's what you said, but why? Because that's how I feel. Okay, that's your feelings, but what's your facts, though? That's how you feel, but what are your facts to support your feelings? Oh, you're stupid, that's my facts. And it's not that my husband is stupid. It's just that I don't know how to talkament. I can start in a talkament. We're just having a conversation. We're both calm until he triggers me, which is like sentence number 3. And then next thing you know, here come my emotions. They weren't even invited to this party, but they showed up, all pedo, ready to say some stuff. The more questions he asks, the more worked up they get. Questions. Next thing you know, here go my emotions out of my mouth. And when I'm in an argument, my words come out like little shanks. He's over here trying to talk him in, and I'm just like, And now I have a bloody word massacre to clean up. Sorry. I didn't mean it. I was just trying to win. My therapist hates that joke. I am working on it, though. I am working on my communication. I wish I could be more like my friend Maya. She's so calm, cool, and collected all the time. One day I asked her, I was like, girl, do you ever get in an argument with your husband? She was like, yes. She started telling me about an argument they got in, and he had said something to her, and she was like, okay, see, when you say that, it makes me feel like what you're saying is I'm doing it wrong. And then he was like, oh no, that's not how I meant it at all. I'm so sorry it came out that way. That was their argument. I'm sorry, what? How do you do that? Like, how many COVID swabs do you need up there to respond like that? Like, no emotions involved, just clearly communicating. When you say that, it makes me feel like what you're saying is I'm doing it wrong. Me in that same conversation, oh, so I can't do nothing right then? Wow, so why you even married to me? I'm working on it. Living in a studio apartment when you're married, things that are normally easy are all of a sudden difficult, like watching TV. In a studio apartment, you have to both want to watch TV at the same time. Then you have to want to watch the same thing at the same volume preference. Now, I don't know if my husband is hard of hearing, but to him, if the TV is not at volume 85 or above, it might as well be on mute. God forbid I bring the volume down to 65. He will passive-aggressively put on the captions. It's his silent way of yelling at me. If my husband cannot feel the vibration of every word coming out of the TV, not loud enough. And we watch different stuff. My husband likes to watch UFC fights and the Hallmark Channel. He's very diverse. He's into extreme violence and Candace Cameron Bure. Me, I just want to watch anything murdery, rapey. Those are my shows. All the crime shows. If there is not an investigation to be had, a bad guy to be caught, a soothing narrator voice telling me how the woman's body was dragged behind the building, then I don't want to watch it.
My husband's biggest thing is he's a talker, which is never said as a compliment. That is a warning every time. Like, hey, he's a talker. Go with God. And people underestimate it all the time because they don't understand he's the type of talker that doesn't need anyone else for the conversation. Do you know these people? You know how many times I've been at home like, did I leave a podcast on? Like, who's bringing up random topics? And then during the pandemic, he started doing this new thing that he'd never done before where he just announced things he was doing around the house. I'd be in the living room and I'd hear, babe, I made space for the ketchup in the refrigerator. And I'd be like, good job, man. Because my therapist said be more encouraging, you know what I mean? So I was like, who's killing it in the kitchen? I didn't grow up with positive reinforcement, so I don't know how to be encouraging without sounding like I'm talking to a pet, like, who's a good husband? Who's a good husband? Off the couch, who's a good husband? Of course we fought, of course we bumped heads, of course we got on each other's nerves. Like, I'm definitely the kind of person, like, he has to put up with my flaws too. And I'm definitely the kind of person that, you know, I think the hardest thing he has to put up with is the fact that my mood depends on your tone. You don't have to tell me. I know it's toxic. I'm aware. I'm working on it. It's not fun, you know what I mean? To be the kind of person that's always like, what'd you say? And at this point, we've established that when a woman says, what'd you say? She's not asking you to repeat what you said. She is asking you to rethink what you said. It's not fun to have somebody walking on eggshells like that, you know what I mean? Like, what'd you say? Good morning? Please say I did it right. We were bound to bump heads, man, but we're also both in therapy. And I don't know if you've ever fought with a healthy person, but it's annoying. Because we'd get into these big blow-up fights, right? Where we would just yell at each other, and then I'd storm out, right? And I'd have time to process. And I'd come back in and I'd be like, ugh. I realize my reaction to the previous situation is based on trauma from a former relationship that I shouldn't bring into this current space. Don't get too excited, baby girl. And then my husband would come in and he'd be like, ugh. I want you to know that I hear you and I see you. I was like, I hate us. I don't want to be us, I want to jump us. I don't like us. I come from a family where you flip a table to make a point, you know what I'm saying? Like, this feels too healthy, you know what I'm saying? And I got a temper on me. I'm not proud of it, but it's something I know about myself. right? Like I got one of those tempers where I'll get real mad, real bad, real fast. Yeah. And then 5 seconds later, I'm like, we're cool. They'll be like, Gina, you burned down the house. Okay, but I'm a new woman now. Yes, I burned down the house, but I also called the fire department. And in therapy, they call that growth. So, how about you respect my journey? It ain't easy. I remember our biggest fight was also, coincidentally, our dumbest fight. Yeah. It was over socks. Yeah, we had the sock fight. He kept leaving his socks everywhere. And in my head, I was like, I know that you know that we have a laundry basket. What is with all this passive-aggressive sock behavior? I'm in therapy, so I could therapize. And therapy did help me figure out how I could have stopped this fight from happening in the first place. Because I did something so typical in relationships, such a typical thing, because what I did was I didn't speak up right away. I let it build, I let it fester. Such a common thing. And I'll tell you why that happens. I can only speak to my relationships with men, but I'll tell you why that happens, guys. The reason why we don't speak up right away is because we have such faith. You already know. We have such faith in your ability to tell when we are upset. We truly believe you're going to get all of our little subtle hints. Because that's what we do. That's what we do. Every woman in here can tell you when her partner is upset. Every woman in here. We always know. We always know, man. I know. I can tell by the way he breathes. So we always think he's gonna know. He's gonna know. Nope. Nope. And here's the thing. There's a reason why this happens. There's a reason why this happens, and it's not based on intelligence. It's about how we think and navigate through the world. The fact is, as a woman, I have to think 10 steps ahead for my own safety. I can't just walk out the door. I have to figure out where am I going, what time is it, how am I getting back, who am I going with, is it even safe for me to go there in the first place? These are the things we have to think about when we're navigating the world. Men don't have to think that far ahead. You don't have to think in the future. You can think in the now, what's happening now, what's in front of me now. If at any point I'm mad at my husband, yeah. If at any point I am angry at my husband and I were to go into his brain, I feel like it would just be like doo dee dee da da ba da ba da ba da ba da ba da ba da. This is a great day, man. Da 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 da. She looks weird. Da da ba da ba da ba ba. I wonder who made her mad, man. I wasn't even here. Yeah da 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 yeah da da da. No clue. He had no idea we were even in a fight. Have you ever had somebody sleep comfortably next to you? When you are fuming mad at them? Whew. That's a tough one. Because he was like, And I was just up like, I've made you too comfortable. I let it fester, I let it build, and then one day I woke up and I was like, today's the day. You know when you feel the rage rising in your body before your feet touch the floor? I was like, somebody gonna get this rage. And I remember, I woke up, I was putting my son in his playpen. It was like 6 a.m. And I saw the Nike check from the corner of my eye. And if you've ever dealt with any kind of anger issues, then you know that at this point, I had to give myself a little pep talk. I was like, Don't do nothing crazy. Don't do nothing crazy. I had to become my own therapist, man. I was like, come on, you're journaling. You're meditating. You watch that one Brene Brown video. You can do this. And I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna say nothing. I'm not gonna say nothing. I'm just gonna take that sock and I'm gonna cut it up into tiny little pieces. And I'm gonna do that for every sock I find until he has no socks. And then one day he will wake up and he will go, where are my socks? And I will press a button and all of the sock confetti will fall from the ceiling. And I will go, ta-da! And then I will stab him because I will have snapped.